And welcome back to Let's Play Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga 2. Last time, we completed the corrupted EGG, and our stoic friend in gray has returned, and he is the lead character now. At this point, we are going to return to the corrupted EGG for two reasons. One, there is the start of a side quest there that we need to complete before we finish the next dungeon. We can go into the next dungeon and progress through it, and in fact that's what I'm going to do in this video, but we do absolutely need to make sure the side quest is finished before we complete that dungeon. Also, there is a field hunt there that I want to do so we can get ahead on some skills. First, let's just take care of some extra business here. Yeah, this girl has just not changed her dialogue at all. We do want to buy another Impel Stone from Pyrojack since I've used the one that we had previously. And before we head on out here, let me just check the... okay. Just checking the solar noise there to see if it was waxing or waning. We want to sell off our plants at this point and get our significant funds even higher. So let's see. Let's sell off the Jasmine. How many Sakuras we got? Just one. Didn't get a very good haul from the corrupted EGG, but that's okay. We're way ahead. And we're now rank 6. Now, before going forward, we actually want to buy some Estoma sprays. At this point, we are actually going to be returning to some areas where we can make use of these, so I do want them on hand. Unfortunately, I do not think we're strong enough to get the effect of these to work at the corrupted EGG, but I want to get into some encounters there anyway. Additionally, because we are so flush with cash at this point, I'm going to get the solar noise to max, and then I'm going to farm these white boxes just to get the ring from it. So I'll cut out my backtracking and cut ahead to when we actually have that. Before we do that, let's just see what Kathy has to say. Well, that's quite a virtue. Yeah, I know Johnny would agree. This is serious business, after all. Alright, I'll cut ahead to when I've got the ring from the white boxes. See you there. Alright, there we go. Got the gamble ring. As you can see, I had pretty terrible luck on this. I had to spend about 300k to get it. It's probably the most I've ever had to invest in boxes in order to get a ring. And my reward for my patience is a, quite frankly, really terrible ring, actually. The gamble ring, it's got a unique effect, it's just not a good one. What it does, if I can find it, yeah, it's right there. As you can see, max damage up, min damage down. What that means is that it increases the range, the random variance for damage on your attack. So you could potentially deal a lot more damage with the gamble ring equipped, or you could deal a lot less. Personally, I prefer consistency so I can more easily plan around how fights are going to go, so I'm not going to use the gamble ring. It is probably the only way you can really give a big boost to your damage if you've already capped a stat, but I just don't think it's worth it. Like I said, I vastly prefer consistency over the potential to have a lot more damage off of something like that. That's the reason why I mostly don't use random hit skills right now. They just don't hit twice often enough to justify the slightly higher damage. Now, heading back into the corrupted EGG, or I guess just back to the EGG installation, they'll still have the messed up decorum, but at least the teleporters are gone. We will see that there is a guy who is not completely losing his mind over off to the right here, and we get, guess what qualifies as a minigame for this game? What's he talking about? And it's at this point that Gale steps in. The mention of Angel perks up his ears. Sure, go for it. So, this is the last time we get to play as Gale before the end of the game. Anyways, we want to question him. Well, at this point, we're just going to talk. And we want to use a logical tone. Now this is just a dialogue tree where you have to pick the right option at every juncture, and that advances the conversation. He raises a good point there. What did you do? And let's see, we want to manipulate him here. Said he was ordered here. Why are you contradicting yourself like that? Come on, buddy, spill the beans. What did Angel send you to here to do? I don't really, like, his reasoning. So we continue the questioning. Now that's an obvious lie. So once again, we talk, and we want to use a tempting tone this time. I'm afraid we don't have a Flautus. We actually have not encountered Flautus yet. That is an enemy we will run into in the next dungeon. Okay, so this time we want to use a threatening tone. Looks like there is not exactly a tightly knit sense of camaraderie between the Karma technical researchers. Got him, boys. Alright, at this juncture, once again, we want to manipulate. You have been. It would have been funny to pick the Flautus options, but... Good point, Gale. And indeed, he is careless. Got him! He cannot withstand Gale's facts and logic. Sorry, I couldn't resist. And keep questioning at this point. Well, it's complicated, but we'll just give him the simple answer. Alright, at this point he breaks and Surf can get what we want to know out of him. So we got Devouring Angels, huh? And it seems to be something in the same vein as what Angel planned with Meganata. She's releasing these angels to cause a bunch of trouble. Yeah, what is Angel's motive here, anyway? So, he said one of them might still be inside, and in fact, there is one still inside. I'm not going to fight him right now, because I want to do these fights all in a single video, but the only ones I particularly am worried about are the third and the fourth fight, which are by far the hardest. Third, because of reasons involving ailments. The fourth is just a really tough gauntlet challenge, which we will be getting to eventually. Now, the only thing I want to do in the Corrupted EGG at this point is do the field hunt. There is, in fact, a treasure, but it's by the secret boss anyway, so I don't really care to get it. Along the way, I am going to get Ice Master finished up on Sarah, and then I'm going to switch her over to Dark Lord so that she can learn Mind Charge. Additionally, I'll set Cielo over to the next level of ailment skills, so that off of the field hunt he can learn Null Panic. I will meet you at the field hunt. Oh, just a quick thing to show here, I unlocked another secret mantra, and through unlocking this, everybody's magic goes up by 3. Nice! Very good there. Alright, meeting you at the field hunt, once again. Alright, here we are at the field hunt, and I am about as prepared as we can be for this, so let's do it. Now, this is fairly similar to the field hunt that was here when we were in this area last time. However, the Mitama that appears at the end is different. Let me just... yeah, there's nothing that way. This one does have a somewhat complicated layout from what I remember, yeah, and I got tricked. So we do actually want to head this way. But it's okay, I have set myself up as best I can to try and take out as many of these things in as short a time as possible. Let's see. Yes, it turns that way. Yeah, this one really likes to throw you up. These things, because you can't technically fail them, they don't really get that hard, but they do definitely try to make sure you don't get as many opportunities as you potentially could when the Mitamas show up. Yeah, okay, so we actually want to keep going this way. Okay. And hopefully, this time it doesn't jerk me around. Yes. And finally, something will be in this room. How dare you trick me so often, game? It's very rude. Oh well. Yeah, as you can see, it's not so bad. They definitely try to kill most of your time on those tricks at the start. But we're still at about the 25 mark. Come on, can we hit this last one? Ah, just barely. But that's okay. Alright, I got Gale set up with the Trick Ring, Cielo set up with a High Quick Ring, customized with rubies. The chances of missing here should be very slim. Sarah, for her part, she has the High Power Ring set, as well as Consume. She should be able to do good damage on these guys. Okay. And... just take these guys down one more peg. And... oof. Just to minimize our chance of missing, since I don't have any hunt skills on them. And let's see if we can't feed Frenzy that one on the left. Nah, bad luck. That's okay, though. That's a little unfortunate, but it's workable. One thing that I never got a chance to mention, the buff rings actually increase the, or apply the relevant buff twice. So it's 2 stacks of Tsukukaja on the Trick Ring. I actually did not know that until this Let's Play. Alright, that one's down. We'll soften these ones up a little bit more. Just throw up another Tsukukaja for the heck of it. Completely eliminate those chances of missing, and this should kill this one. There we go. And I definitely want to devour that last one. Alright, he stays, finally! Not quite perfect, but perfect enough to max out Dark Leader. I was getting the name on it wrong, it's actually Dark Leader. Oh, I should have Mazio'd that guy. Not that it really matters. See, still kills. Alright, that's probably the best field hunt I've gotten on camera. There we go. As you can Cielo did not master Holy Leader, but that's just something we can make a project for while we're in the airport. Got all our other mantras set up. Alright, but with that taken care of, we learned Mind Charge. Now, that is a very valuable skill, not just for the reason you'd expect where it makes our spells a lot stronger, but because it opens up some incredibly powerful combos. We'll be getting to that when we get into the airport. It was delicious. But yes, that is everything we need to do here, so I will just meet you outside and we will head to the airport. Lucky! Alright, here we are back at the entrance of the EGG installation, and we'll just walk on out of here and finally get to the airport. This will not really be apparent in the uploaded video, but I'm already at the half-hour mark because of all the stupid side junk we had to take care of. But that is okay. Should be able to get where I want to be in the airport within the next 20 minutes. Fingers crossed, knock on wood. I would knock on my table, but I feel like that would be too loud for the microphone. Anyway, let us get into the airport. We will ignore all the other areas because they are unimportant.
Okay, that's as far as you go.
What? Why?
You've still got stuff to do.
The Karma Society will be gone. You'll be needed here. There is one other thing. Back in the junkyard, I killed a noble warrior. Your father.
Roland told me. But I don't hate you. You guys taught me something important. We're comrades.
Yes, comrades.
Let's get going then. We wouldn't want to miss the fireworks, now would we?
And the gang probably wisely decides to leave Fred to the Lokapala, as he would very likely be killed in this area. That's actually kind of interesting to know that Angel used to sing that song. Goes around, comes around. Yeah, there's definitely some level of divine intervention involved there. Although, to what end, we can only speculate. Perhaps God doesn't want the world to be destroyed? The questions only pile higher and higher. But that'll have to wait. We are in the airport, and it is a fairly sizable airport. We can presume that this city was a major one back when it was, you know, not under threat of petrification. Alright, starting off this way, we actually want to take this door. You may have noticed that there was a treasure to our right when we entered. Of course, we can't just climb over the potted plants. We have to go all the way around and then come out this doorway. It'll put us on the other side of the greenery. And we can get it. Yeah, Surf just can't climb over. But that is okay, because within this node, we get a Jasmine. Very nice. At this point, those should be selling for 60k, so definitely reimburse me a little. I also got decently lucky while I was heading back through the EGG, and I got a Rose and a couple Sakuras, so that'll give us some additional funds once we run into Johnny. Not that I'm too far behind on money at this point, but we are getting into the point where mantras will be costing us 100k a pop. Particularly on Sarah, who is just has no other options really at this point. No other good options really. So yeah, we definitely want to have a decent supply of money on hand to get through those. Just can't be easy, can it? Yeah, I suppose you're right. Still, that's a pretty depressing reality. You have such a weird mindset, Gale. I guess, if that's what you want to take from that. I think Surf is just depressed at all the killing that he has to do. Alright, heading up this way. We want to, well, get into encounters as we can at this point. And of course they ambush me, but that is okay. These are Gurs, they are weak to Elect, they are weak to Expel. And they are, of course, weak to guns. That's rather unfortunate. Ooh, that is especially unfortunate. Let's twin shot this guy just to be extra sure. Cielo, you're up. That other guy's panicked, so he should not be a threat. Or maybe he is. Whatever. We'll crossfire him again, and hopefully this one takes him out. Perhaps I should have bought better ammo. Well, sorry, Gale. Yeah, just blast this guy out of the sky. You know, I never got to make mention of it, but Surf's handgun in this game, it's actually a different type. It's different from the one he had in the first game. It is, in fact, the one that he grabbed in the intro video from the petrified corpse. You know, the one he so considerately broke when he was jumping off of it. We want to head through the eastern doorway first, because there is a treasure chest back there. And we've got a couple new enemies here. On the left is Rongda. She is a series-wide staple who repels physical attacks, but she is also weak to Elect, so just don't hit her with physical attacks. On the right is Nyx, and I might want to set Null Nerve on Cielo, because she... Oh, and I actually didn't redo his skill set, so yeah, I definitely want to set Null Nerve on him. She has access to Dormina as well as Calm Death. You do not want to be hit with Calm Death. Let's see, she repels Elect, nulls Ice, and is weak to Fire. That, unfortunately means she is fairly resistant to anything Sarah can do. That's a... Oh, come on! I can risk it. Let's just rend asunder here. Let's see what she does. If she Dorminas, I may have just put myself at risk of a game over. Okay, she didn't. Let's just hit her with Mute Blow, and then either Cielo can devour her. Yes, he can. But yeah, as soon as this fight is over... Sarah, just slap her. As soon as this fight is over, we want to set Null Nerve on Cielo. Hey, dropped a Sakura. Very nice. Do not want to be hit with Dormina and Calm Death. So Null Nerve, and we'll put that in place of Mazio. Since Cielo is going to be focusing on hunting at this point, I'm not too worried about him not having a diverse element lineup. Now in this chest, we get a pink crystal, not too bad. We also just got one of those dropped from, I forget if it's the Rongda or the Nixes that drop those. I don't really pay attention to what enemies drop unless it's a flower. And this is just a Soul Rongda, so we will Zyunga her, and Cielo can just devour her right up. Of course, I gotta pass around until it gets to his turn again. Making good progress on Holy Leader, though. Alright, so that just led us to a treasure. We now want to head this way, because we will go down to the first floor, after we take out these guys, of course, and be on the other side of that security shutter. Yeah, this airport is unfortunately quite fond of the insurmountable waist-height fences. It is what it is. And, yeah, I'll just have Cielo pass, and Jupiter's Fury will take these guys out. No problem there. Unless I miss, of course. Very frustrating. But I suppose it's my own fault for letting my agility and luck deliberately tank. You may also notice I've got Surf working on Angel. I'm basically going to have him work on all the cheap junk mantras that Sarah's not going to bother to learn, for reasons that'll become apparent later. I realize I've been saying that a lot, but it's very hard to talk about without giving away some serious plot development, so you just have to take my word for it that it will be important. Now, heading through this hole in the shutter, one has to beg the question why we can't create those ourselves. Okay, so... Actually, this battle's a good opportunity, as I need to mention. I mentioned that, what was it? Mind Charge had a very important effect outside of just using it on its own, and that is, it gives us access to two of the best combo skills in the game. First is Debilitate. You already know what that does from the previous game, but in case you forgot, provides a single level of every single debuff. The more important skill it provides, though, is Charge. Charge applies all Kaja effects to your entire party, and this is the only skill that is, or rather, this skill can only be used via combos. It does not have a standalone version like Debilitate does. It is insanely good. The only drawback to it is, of course, it costs 2 press turns to cast, but you get 4 buffs out of it, so who cares? That's excellent. But man, imagine if we could cast that and it only cost us 1 press turn. That'd be obscene. If only, if only. And we're getting close to maxing out Holy Leader there. At this point, I'm just having Gale work on 25k mantras that he can get to. I will probably want to have him focus on... Yeah, I want to head this way. We'll probably want to have him focus on getting his elect skills developed at some point. But honestly, it's probably just best to wait until we get to the final dungeon for that. Also, haven't had a good chance to mention it, this is the penultimate dungeon of the game. We're already in the final stretch. After this, we will be in the final dungeon. Oh hey, new enemy here. These are, what are they? Nandis? They are weak to death and nothing else, so we'll just hit them with a Ki Blast. Oh, they're also weak to Charm, but yeah. I don't believe they have any resistance to elect. No, they don't, so we'll just take them out with Jupiter's Fury. Couldn't set up a good bit of damage there. Just what we gotta deal with. As you can see, they still give pretty excellent AP anyway. And I also got a Jasmine off of them. Yeah, honestly, I probably should have been selling the stuff like the Great Chakras more often. I just haven't been using them. Let's see. Yeah, there's nothing going here, so we may as well press on. Haha, that battle was where the Nixes had an opportunity to hit me with Calm Death, but thankfully they did not do so, which is good, because they could have killed Gale with it. Also, it is them who drop the Sakuras, so yeah, item find making its value known. Yeah, so we'll just make a safety save here, because we've got a mini-boss fight coming up. Again, I passed through that doorway. Just remember, any doorway that I'm passing by, it's because there's just nothing in there. It's a dead end. Alright, heading forward. Let me see here. Does the game... yeah, that's the way we want to take. This, as you can see, it's locked from the other side. So, shortcut? Yes, indeed. You get a cookie. But for now... And Cielo mastered Holy Leader there. I'm not going to bother doubling back at this point. I really don't care too much about what he's working on at this point, though I probably will stick to having him hunt throughout this. I actually do want to reorganize my party real quick here. Put Cielo in the front and Sarah in the next slot. And there's a strong presence beyond this door. Of course we're going to enter. I'm guessing these guys are not your run-of-the-mill Karma Society soldiers. I would not stake too much faith in Angel, if I'm being completely honest with you. But we've got Kali and we've got Dakini. I believe Kali is immune to most types of magic, so we're going to have to work around that. Dakini, though, she is not too threatening. This is going to be our first opportunity to make use of Charge. It's a very good spell. Alright, so, yeah, she is resistant to that, or she's not terribly affected by that. Let's see, let's charge again. I'm just going to try out Jupiter's Fury real quick, just to see if that doesn't do anything to Kali. So... this? Yeah, she reflexes it. But Dakini is no threat, as you saw there. Alright, we're pretty strong at this point, so I'm going to pass up Cielo's turn. We're going to maybe Rama here. And let's have Gale nail her with a mute blow. Excellent, excellent. And, yeah, we'll switch over to Sarah. She hits a lot harder than Cielo ever will, so that will do us some good. And, yeah, at this point, we're just going to start launching physical blows at her. She is otherwise not too threatening. Actually, I do have Megiddo on Sarah. That's probably more effective. Let's just check how much damage that does. Yeah, a little bit more. Probably not worth the MP, though. Alright. I'm gonna have to heal here. Gale's HP is getting a little low. At this point, I probably could have Gale have him learn Power Charge off of the mantra that teaches it, but it's not quite as good as Mind Charge in the fights where it's relevant. Hey, critical hit. Very nice. Now, after a few turns, as you can see, she will call in another Dakini. However, she is not too threatening, so in this case, we're going to Zeodyne her, and then we're going to use Ki Blast instead. The bright side of this is we potentially crit. Didn't there, but oh well. Not a huge deal. Now in this case, I will use Megiddo because I can hit 2 with it. And this should finish off the Dakini. Oh, well. Egg on my face. If she's going to do that, though. And yes, I've got the Skull Ring set on Sarah just for that type of occasion there. This does give us an opportunity to set up the final level of charge, at least. Remember, buffs can stack up to 3 times in this game. Alright, and what we're going to do here is use another Megiddo. This should take out the Dakini. Probably put Kali in a pretty bad situation also. Right. I actually did not explain what the combo for Mind Charge or Charge and Debilitate is. It's Mind Charge plus a buff skill and a corresponding debuff skill, any one of them. And you may realize, since it applies all the buffs and debuffs, we actually do not need stuff like, you know, Rakunda or Rakukaja at this point, because Charge will just cover all of that for us by default. Wow, Gale's HP is getting low. I was not paying attention to that. It's fine, though. We're doing good. We're doing good. Everything is fine. Overall, not a terribly tough mini-boss. Probably throws you for a loop, because at this point we haven't really had to deal with, you know, enemies that are just bluntly immune to physical attacks. But nothing too bad. Alright, come on, Sarah. Get a crit, finish her off. Regular attack works too. But yes, Star Ruby, very nice. Got some mastered mantras there and a whole buttload of experience. And once it gets around to Surf's level up, hey, nice, some Vitality. Could always use more of that. Once again, dumping all his points into Strength. Alright, with that taken care of, we got some more treasure to grab here. First off, we want to go to this treasure chest right here, and we get a Discurse, or rather 3 Discurses. Nothing too special. This treasure chest, on the other hand, actually has something pretty good in it. A medical gear, full healing to everybody. Very, very nice. And it sells for quite a bit if that's what you want to do with it. Now, we have our first large terminal over here. However, there's a very good treasure over off to this way, so I'm gonna go that way first. Now, this is actually a good opportunity to demonstrate something. Rangda repels physical. Miss there. I'm not too worried about what they do on miss, though. But, as you can see, we're berserk, so she can't repel physical attacks. But otherwise, that would make this fight unwinnable. It's actually the first opportunity I get to show that off. Not going to bother switching out my mantras at this point. We're not doing too much more with this video. Once we get the treasure I want to get, we're just going to call it a video here. Let's see, I don't think... Yeah, there's nothing past here. Going through this way, though. Come out to another... what do they call those floor escalators? I know they have an official name, and at one point I knew it, but it's been so long since I learned it that I've completely forgotten what it was. If I don't look it up on Wikipedia later, feel free to leave the name in the comments. And we're just getting annoyed by more Nixes because they are a persistent headache in this dungeon. I need to reorganize my party. Cielo needs to go in the middle so that he can pursue hunting as we go throughout. At this point, I've pretty much got Sarah where I want her to be. Any additional skill learning that I want to do at this point, I will just have her do that via the field hunt, because we can get so much AP off of that and just master any mantras we want to learn instantly. In particular, I probably will do that for the mantra that teaches Xandine before we head into the bonus boss bonanza that's going to be in the next video, because Xandine will be decently useful. Now, in this node, we actually get one of the more interesting rings in the game, the Dual Ring. This is a very unique ring. What it does is when it's equipped on a character, it allows them to take 2 actions in a row. Now, don't misinterpret me there. That does not mean you get an extra press turn. It means literally a character equipped with the Dual Ring will go twice in a row, as opposed to, say, Cielo goes, and then Sarah goes. No, if Cielo had the Dual Ring on, Cielo would go twice, and then it would be Sarah's turn. Now, it's a bit situational, but when it's good, it's very good, and it especially pairs well with skills like Mind Charge and Power Charge. You can rev up a skill and then use it immediately, and honestly, if you want to, the way I've built my characters, I could probably slap it on Sarah and just have Gale do nothing at this point, and that would likely be more effective, just having, Sarah and Cielo work together with other buffs and Mind Charge and her Tier 3 magic. Unfortunately, Gale, since he can't get access to the higher-powered physical skills really quickly... Ah, whoops, that was a mistake. He's kind of going to be a third wheel at this point. He's not going to have much to do, unfortunately. But that's okay. He'll have his day. He'll have his day. Now that I've gotten all that nonsense taken care of, let's get over into the large Karma Terminal. And at this point, we want to set up our new mantras, and then save the game, and then we will resume the exploration of... Well, actually, no. What we're going to be doing in the next video is going to take care of that side quest where we take on those angels that have descended upon us. I will probably also do one more field hunt off-screen just to get Xandine learn on Sarah. By extension, that means I'll have to master her current mantra, but that's fine. I'll get Cielo back on buff skills, even though it doesn't really matter at this point. And Surf, you can take Yaksa, since that will learn quickly. Alright, but let's just restore so I don't forget to do so between videos. And when we come back, get ready for several bonus boss fights in rapid succession, because we got a lot to get through in the next video. It'll be a fun time, trust me. But until then, I hope you have a good day, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.